Harold Perkins' journey to being one of the top linebackers in the country has not been a straightforward one. From leaving New Orleans when he was 2 years old, to quitting football his freshman year of high school, to now being one of the top linebackers in the SEC, his story has been a crazy one to follow. But who is Harold Perkins, and why is he going to take over college football this season? You won't want to miss this one. But before we get into this, if you enjoy college football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm planning to release a video every day for the month of August. Also, comment who you want me to cover in future videos, and who your favorite player is for the 2023 college football season. Harold Perkins is originally from New Orleans and grew up a Saints and LSU fan when it came to football. Perkins really didn't have a choice explained to Sports Illustrated. Everyone there are diehards. We go all out for our sports teams. He dreamed of playing for LSU growing up, explaining in early 2020, "If it so happens that the stars align and I end up at LSU, that means they were the best possible fit for me in all aspects including grades, community, and family. I would assume it would be a great feeling with them being in my home state, and it also gives my family members that are stationary in Louisiana a chance to watch me play in person. This decision will be based on me at the end of the day, where I feel most comfortable to succeed in life with or without football." His mother would move them to Houston, Texas when he was 2 after Hurricane Katrina hit. He hated living in Houston but understood his mother was just trying to give him the best opportunity to succeed. According to ESPN, his older brother Perky had stayed back in New Orleans to finish high school. Perky had scholarship opportunities to play football at a few college programs, but let his grades fall in his final year of high school and saw those scholarships fade away. Perky's football career ended after high school, and Bertha Walton, his mother, didn't want to see that happen to Harold. So she kept a close watch on him and held strong to her conviction that Houston was the right place for her son and her other children. Perkins was a natural athlete succeeding in basketball. His family actually thought basketball was going to be the sport where he earned college scholarships. Perkins told ESPN, "I played football my freshman year and quit. I told the coach that I'm a basketball player. My head coach said, 'Are you sure you're a basketball player?' So I almost didn't play my sophomore season, which was my breakout year. But my coach knew I would come back and realize football was important to me." Perkins attended Cy Park High School, where as a sophomore he had 46 tackles, 9 tackles for a loss, 4 sacks, 7 pass breakups, 1 fumble recovery, and an interception return for a touchdown on defense, while rushing for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground, as well as 71 receiving yards on 4 receptions. He was named the Texas District 14-6A Defensive Newcomer of the Year in 2019. As a junior, Harold had 47 tackles, 14.5 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 6 pass breakups, 3 forced fumbles, 1 fumble recovery return for a touchdown on defense, while rushing for 983 yards and 14 touchdowns on the ground, and had 371 receiving yards. He was named Texas District 16-6A first team selection at both running back and linebacker during the 2020 season. During his senior season, Perkins rushed for 1,352 yards and 21 touchdowns on the ground and had 325 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns through the air on offense. He finished with 35 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, a pass breakup, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, 3 interceptions, and 1 interception return for a touchdown on defense. He finished the year being named Texas 16-6A First Team All-District at both running back and linebacker once again. He finished his high school career playing in the Under Armour All-American Game and the Polynesian Bowl. Coming out of high school, according to 24/7 Sports Composite, Harold Perkins was a 5-star recruit who was the best linebacker, best player in Texas, and 5th best player in the class of 2022. He received over 33 different Division I offers from the likes of Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Texas, and Texas A&M. The Longhorns made Perkins a priority in 2021, but Texas A&M always seemed to be in the lead for the Cyphers product. In early December of 2021, Perkins announced his top 3 schools as LSU, Texas, and Texas A&M, with many expecting him to sign with the Aggies during the second signing period. He announced his commitment date as the Under Armour All-American Game in the same post. All 3 head coaches look to be making a strong push for the Texas linebacker, all planning to take in-home visits with Harold. There were also reports that he may take an official visit to Baton Rouge before the dead period. The snag for LSU was at the time they had yet to announce their defensive coordinator, and saw the departure of Blake Baker, who was listed as Perkins' primary recruiter. All the crystal balls had Perkins choosing Texas A&M, but as we closed out 2021, it seemed like another team may have entered the picture, the Florida Gators. He told All Gators that although he had planned to make his commitment during the Under Armour All-American Game, he was planning to take a visit to Gainesville early in January. Perkins told reporters, "I know they are building something special. They got a new coaching staff. They got Billy Napier. I've always wanted to go to Florida, so who knows? Perkins said he was being recruited by both Napier and co-defensive coordinator Patrick Toney. He had also been talking to defensive analyst Jamar Chaney, who had recently returned to Florida after a 2-year stint at Mississippi State. Perkins told Sports Illustrated, "I had a relationship with Chaney before he left and went to Mississippi State, and now he's back. And then there's corners coach Corey Raymond came from LSU. I was rocking with him at LSU a little bit. I chopped it up with him. And then that was that. It appeared that Perkins was going to visit a few universities prior to signing on the dotted line. Those visits included Florida, USC, and maybe LSU, 3 top-rated programs in the country. He had already made visits to both Texas and Texas A&M. He explained, "I just want to go and have a good time. Enjoy the visit, man. I want to apply pressure. I'm committing on the 2nd of January. I mean, anything can happen between January and February." During the Under Armour All-American game, Perkins would commit to Texas A&M, telling ESPN his mom could come to every home game if she wanted, and it was close to home. He also mentioned that he was now a committed prospect and was going to enjoy the ride, but still planned to take a few more visits. Due to Perkins continuing to take visits, many still had him on flip watch, and for good reason. Perkins had dreamed of playing at LSU, but the issue was he had yet to develop a relationship with head coach Brian Kelly. The last few weeks of his recruitment was a whirlwind, as he would decommit from Texas A&M on January 24th, a little over a week before the second signing period. He would commit to LSU with his uncle talking about how his nephew wanted to go to Baton Rouge to meet Brian Kelly and the new coaching staff. Alvin told 24/7 Sports, "The one place he's been talking about going to is LSU. He's been talking about Coach Brian Kelly and that entire staff. He wants to go meet them." Going to National Signing Day, it had been a mystery on where the Texas linebacker was going to commit, but in the end it all sort of made sense, especially with LSU having the last visit. Bertha was interested in having her son stay close to home in Texas, but after the visit to LSU, she was comfortable with him going back to their home state. According to Greg Books of 24/7 Sports, Perkins was projected to be a future second-round pick with a comparison to Miles Jack. Harold Perkins would make an immediate impact for the Tigers as a true freshman with his LSU Sportsnet profile rating arguably the top true freshman defender in school history. He played in 14 games, making 8 starts. He racked up accolade after accolade, being named first-team All-SEC by the Associated Press and second-team by the league's coaches, freshman All-American, as well as being selected freshman All-SEC, as well as many other awards. He finished the season with 72 tackles and led LSU in tackles for loss with 13 and sacks with 7.5. He earned the respect of his teammates throughout the season. Among all SEC players in 2022, only Will Anderson had more tackles for a loss than Perkins. No Power 5 linebacker had a better PFF pass rushing grade than Perkins, though. At SEC Media Days this summer, Mekhi Wingo talked about a time Perkins impressed him. Harold had joined the LSU defensive lineman for a drill so that he could get some pass rushing reps. Wingo told the media he hit him with a ghost move and just bent the edge. It was just amazing because we hadn't seen anybody truly bend like that. We were watching former LSU player BJ Ojulari, but Perk did it in a crazy way. He exploded onto the scene for that game. Quarterback Jaden Daniels told the media the plays he makes, it's ridiculous how athletic he is, how twitchy he is, and the pass rusher he is. You know he's going to get good work against our offensive line. Harold is everywhere. He could run down a running back, he could run down a receiver. He's just a special player. Perkins played through the flu last year and still dominated. He's just an unbelievable talent. Going into the 2023 season, some are even putting his name in the Heisman conversation. He's a first-team All-American as a 19-year-old sophomore. Every scouting report for opposing teams will say, "Where's Harold Perkins?" every play. He lined up with transfer Omar Spates in the 4-2-5 drill, while also seeing some time at the jack spot during the spring practices this past spring, but is mainly going to play the linebacker position. Perkins is tabbed as the defensive player with the best odds to win the Heisman entering 2023 per FanDuel, with plus 15,000 odds, which are extremely long odds. Whether Perkins will be in New York for the Heisman ceremony come the end of the season is yet to be seen. All I know is he is going to have a dominant season this year. What do you think? How well will Harold Perkins and LSU perform this season? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more college football content. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.